Come here, my sweetie pie.
You're the sweetest pie I've ever had.
Sorry to interrupt.
Hey, Dee. This is my roommate, Brandon.
Oh, hi. I'm Nellie. I met Randy at Disabled in Action. We've been dating a while.
I certainly see that. I'm Brendan. I'm an actor. Randy and I have been living together for a while now.
So you're an actor. Have you been in anything I might have seen?
Well, do I look familiar? Anybody who sees me in a show recognizes me right away.
You're funny.
Hey, I'm the guy who brought you here.
Oh, you. All right, I really should go. It was nice meeting you, Brandon.
You too.
Until we meet again, my Juliet.
Until we meet again, my Romeo.
Romeo, Juliet, cute.
She sure is cute.
Oh, it's making me sick.
You're just jealous.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. It's hard to just get over Madison. She was the love of my life.
Figures that would happen. That's why I only get quick goes these days.
I guess it pisses me off to see that lovey-dovey stuff anyway. Why do you have to bring Nellie here? Why can't you take her somewhere else?
This was my house before it was even yours.
Well, I guess. Just invite Nellie over when I'm performing or something.
Oh, touchy, touchy. Speaking of performing, how'd the audition go?
Wow. I think I did great, but you never know what a director will say.
Do you think the director gave you an equal chance of getting the part?
What do you mean by that?
If you don't think you were given the same chance as an able-bodied actor, you have a right to sue.
Why would I sue a theater? Lots of actors, able-bodied, disabled, don't get parts that they want. There's no reason to sue. Theaters are struggling. They need lawsuits. I'm sick of this nonsense. Goodbye.
Why are you so worried about when Brandon will be home? Are you afraid I have a crush on him?
Brandon and I had a little spat the other night after you left. He said he doesn't want you here when he's in the apartment.
Oh. Was it something I said? Something I did? Tell him I'm sorry.
No, of course you didn't do anything, baby. It's just hard for him to see our love because he just broke up with his girlfriend. That's how we got stuck living together, actually. It's really cramping my style. I mean, I thought living with my parents was bad, but this...
I know.
I can't think I have any privacy.
You know, why don't we move in together?
I told you before, I heard that can be harmful to relationships at this stage. I don't think that's such a good idea.
Okay. Well, you know, poor Brandon. I guess any breakup is hard.
He seems to be having a particularly hard time getting over her. He's depressed and bitter most of the time. I wish I could help him somehow.
You know, maybe it would help if he met someone new.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, my friend Krista would be perfect for Brandon. She's smart and sweet, and she's a great listener, which I think is what Brandon needs right about now.
Krista, isn't she the one who uses a wheelchair?
Yeah. Why?
I don't think Brandon is so into crippled girls. He's one of those types that like to be as able-bodied as possible. Once I tell him she's a wheelchair user, he'll almost certainly say no.
Then we won't have to tell him she's a wheelchair user or disabled at all. I have this blind friend, Paula, who didn't tell her husband she was blind until after their first date.
Talk about a blind date.
Yeah, totally.
I got second.
You didn't tell me she was a wheelchair user.
You never asked me if she was.
Good point.
Come on, Randy.
Coming.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yes, thank you.
you think he made that face because of my wheelchair?
I don't know. Maybe.
So, Krista, where did you and Letty meet again?
At a rally for an issue with a service dog. See, this hearing impaired guy Homer started the rally when the owners of this restaurant said he couldn't bring his dog in with him, despite the fact that all service animals are allowed in places like that. Crips everywhere, shouting, "Accessibility now!" Hold it. He's probably gonna sue.
Don't you think there might be a better way to deal with an excessive issue rather than suing the pants off places? By the time the lawsuit is over, the place won't even have time to fix the problem.
That's a really great point there, Brandon.
Yeah.
So you're an actor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. So who's your favorite playwright?
I have a few actually. Tennessee Williams, Shakespeare. I really never got into Shakespeare until I met Madison. She was obsessed with his work. We went to every single performance we heard about. We even went in the dead of winter.
Get out. She made you go in the dead of winter?
Yeah, only if there wasn't any snow on the ground. That reminds me. There was this one time when we went to see Hamlet. There was no snow on the ground, but there was ice. And we came up to this big patch right in the middle of the sidewalk. And I was afraid if I stepped in it, I'd totally fall and break my neck. Because spasms of ice don't mix.
Boy, do I know. If I even look at a piece of ice, my whole body tenses as if it's saying, so not gonna happen.
So Madison takes off her coat, puts it on the ice patch for me to walk on. And I said, you don't have to do that. Put it back on. It's freezing. And she said, your safety is a hell of a lot more important to me than a little discomfort. Can you believe she said that when we knew each other for a few weeks? She was totally cool about things.
Really?
Yeah.
So when did you and Madison break up?
About 2 months ago.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. So why did you guys break up?
I'd rather not talk about it. It's kind of personal.
There he goes running away from the problem again.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I'll tell you why they broke up, Krista. She dumped him out of the cold because she couldn't take it anymore, and he's still under the impression that she misses him and won't let it go.
We've been through this. Why does everybody expect me to move on so fast? I loved her and she loved me.
Oh, come on, man. I doubt she even knows you exist anymore. She's probably already in the arms of some able-bodied guy.
You think she broke up with me because of my CP?
I've seen that happen.
Well, you're wrong. We had other problems and slowly drifted apart. I admit my overworking at the time wasn't helping the situation, but my disability had nothing to do with it. We were just on 2 different paths.
Different paths, for sure. Do you want to know what I think?
I feel like you're going to tell me whether I want to or not.
You're ashamed of your disability.
What? I'm not ashamed of my disability. It may affect me sometimes. I'm not talking about Madison. That's something else. I go in front of producers, directors, and I get the queasiest impressions that they see this gimp and pay less attention to my talent.
You could sue them like I said if...
Stop saying that. You actors screw the crap out of these people every time you get a chance.
Well, there's no ADA police per se, so we have to take matters into our own hands.
Randy's right.
That doesn't apply. I don't need braille or large print strip. I don't need anything, see?
Relax, he's fine.
Are
He
you-
falls every day and never gets hurt.
Are you okay?
Yeah. There's no reason people can sue for staring.
Yeah, if us Crips could sue for staring, everyone on earth would be getting sued.
I know, right?
People can't help but stare at me. I sometimes wonder why, but then I look into a mirror and see that move. It's like you hear your voice on a recording and think, is that really me?
You've never dated Crips because you're ashamed. It's written all over what you just said.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah, you. Look at yourself. You are your disability. Your career, your girlfriend, you have it all because of your CP.
And that's a bad thing? At least I own my disability.
You only accept disabled people.
If I don't accept disabled people, who will?
You miss out on doing great things and meeting great people if you only date crippled girls.
I don't know. I obviously see able-bodied girls everywhere, but they don't seem interested in me like that. I walk in, they stare at the CP. In terms of dating, they just go with their own perfect own.
Did you ever think that maybe they sense that you're not interested?
They could also be sensing that you already have a girlfriend.
I was talking about before we met. My perfect rose.
You better be.
And what about people with disabilities? You would miss out on them too if you only date people with outward signs of disabilities. What if they have been wearing a fake leg? How would you meet her?
Interesting. When we met, I wasn't wearing my prosthetic leg. And my leg is very lifelike, so you're right. Because I have an invisible disability, he might not have noticed me.
Of course I would have noticed you.
Not according to what you just said. Apparently, only those who limp are allowed in your world. You only love my body, not me. No wonder you never wanted to move in together. What am I, a sympathy date? One of your causes?
Okay, you want to know the reason why I didn't ask you to move in with me? I was scared. Scared that once you live with me, you get sick of me and leave me like Alicia did.
Alicia?
She was my first girlfriend, and the first non-disabled girl to ever take any interest in me. We thought we loved each other, so we moved in together. A few months later, I found out she had been cheating on me with an able-bodied guy. When I confronted her about it, she said she wanted a man who could take care of her instead of her having to take care of me. She stormed out of the apartment, and I never saw her again.
Oh, Randy.
I didn't know. I didn't understand. You didn't tell me.
I understand your situation with Madison leaving you. That's why I invited you to live with me.
Madison didn't leave me. I left her.
What? I thought that...
You thought wrong. Newsflash, the disabled person in it too. I was working mostly temp jobs to make ends meet. We hardly saw each other. Plus, she wasn't very good in bed. Surprise! So I told her we started seeing other people, and she got really pissed off and kicked me out of my apartment. So they're satisfied?
Can we skip ahead to the present moment?
Disabled or not, men are such jerks. You would think the disabled ones would be a little more sensitive.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Why do disabled people have to be better or worse than everyone else? Why can't we just be who we are?
Okay.
Yeah.
All men are jerks then. Is that what you want me to say?
No, I was just...
I think what Brandon is trying to say is why can't we just be who we are without worrying about all this political correctness and stereotypes?
Whatever. I should go.
What?
I'll go with you.
Yeah, I'll take you to the subway station. We'll talk on the way. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Nelly. Please forgive me. I thought I loved Alicia, but I love everything about you. My heart only beats for you, remember?
Okay.
Well, that was awkward.
You're the one to talk. Why couldn't you have just discussed the weather or something?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to bring up Madison yet again and turn things into such a mess?
It's your own fault. You started with all the labels. I wish labels just go away.
That's what I try to do with my activist work. I guess I label people because I was always being labeled. I'm sick of having to be like the able-bodied to be taken seriously.
I know. I was considered to be a virus in high school by my peers.
Whoa.
A virus? Seriously?
That's unbelievable.
This one girl, Courtney, was the worst.
Watch this. Ew! That thing just touched me. Ew! Gross!
Then Lisa came into my life. She changed everything.
What's your name?
I'm Brandon.
And have you ever done any sort of acting?
Lisa was my acting mentor. She showed me my disability. There was no reason to hold back no matter what people thought.
Don't stop yourself from doing something because of what someone says or of what someone might say.
She knew from experience.
Lisa was only able to help you because she was disabled herself.
Most able-bodied people only have their own experience to go by, so they don't know how to help us. But they honestly mean well.
How do you know?
Because I used to be able-bodied.
You were?
You never told us that.
Yeah, I was really into rock climbing. I loved challenging myself, seeing how far my body could actually go. To me, rock climbing was like dancing, only with a lot more risk. I guess all my daredevil ways eventually caught up with me. One little mistake, and I fell. Broke my pelvis and spine. I had to relearn what my body was actually capable of. I got into activism when I had accessibility issues for the first time in my life. I had no idea what a big deal it was when you have to be someplace but the only way in or out has stairs. I've been trying to learn the ropes as best I can, but there's so many things I don't understand. I just can't make sense of all these fancy terms and such.
Same here. I live in the creative world, not the activist world.
I'm totally seeing a couple here. You were right, Nelly. They are perfect for each other. Just like you said they would be when we were planning to set them up.
So you did set us up on a blind date. I knew it all along.
They set you up. Figures.
It was mostly my idea.
She talked me into it. I had nothing to do with it. It's true.
You both need to mind your own business. My personal dating life is none of your concern.
Hey,
We both were just trying to help. We're sorry.
How is accusing me of not liking a girl in a wheelchair supposed to help me?
I've always helped people by trying to be honest about what I see, especially when it comes to crip. I know you need a friend right now, and I thought Krista would be a good friend. That's all.
I wouldn't mind Krista around as a simple friend.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, if you hadn't made our first date a forced first date, I wouldn't have gotten so angry. Look, Krista, you seem nice enough, but I'm not ready for any kind of committed relationship right now. Would you mind just being my friend?
I don't see why not. I'm sorry for all the awkwardness tonight. I had no idea about your relationship with Madison or Randy. Nellie didn't give me many details.
Same here. Randy didn't give me any details about you either. He didn't even give me details about his past. You believe that? No. You know, geez Louise. I mean, I was just surprised that you were disabled. Would you mind giving me another chance? Really, please, really, honest.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. The same thing happened to me when I met Nellie at that rally. I thought she was sitting on the leg that's not there, and when she stood up, I was like, whoa, one-legged champ. Yep.
Yeah, priceless.
And totally true.